Yes, you want me to begin?
Yeah, I will. Let me introduce you, Jyothsna.
Okay.
At least let me do that. Yeah. Good afternoon. Today we Jyothsna. I don't think I need to introduce her to you. Most of us or most of the MC learning people are pretty, know her very for very sure. So I just would like to introduce Jyothsna, today's presenter, and she is a marketing cloud champion. And as you are seeing, she's a Golden Hoodie recipient, and she conducts so many boot camps. And one of to be a part of the community is Jyothsna. Thank you for being such a supporting and inspiring women. And yeah, we have Matt as well. Thanks, Matt, for joining. If you have any questions, please drop in the chat window. Jyotsna, the stage is yours. You can take.
And firstly, thanks for having me. And it's a great opportunity to meet Matt as well. I know we met before. Matt, talking to you directly is the first time. And I have to tell you before I kick off my presentation that I started learning Marketing Cloud using SFMC DG resources. I believe this is the oldest and the constant, the stable group that we have in the Marketing Cloud community. And thanks, Matt, for taking the leadership and then continuing to do that and making all these resources available so everybody who wants to learn at any time they can use these resources. So, a little bit of introduction about me before I start the main topic. If you don't know me before, I am Jyothsna Bitra. I go by the name JB, working as a marketing cloud architect, and I'm also a marketing champion for the last 3 years and 20 times certified application architect. I'm founder and the co-leader of the Salesforce Marketers Group Phoenix, and I'm proud to say that this is the largest and the most active group in the marketing cloud community. I'm also the founder of Impact Force and MC Learning Camp. MC Learning Camp is a initiative to help people learn marketing cloud for the absolute beginners and also for those who wants to strengthen their skills in the marketing cloud. So occasionally I write some blog posts on my blog. My This is my blog here, jbitra.com, and here are my LinkedIn and other handles. So YouTube is the place where you can find all the videos for the sessions that are happening and that happened before. So these are my handles, and if you have any questions, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. For me, I strongly believe that whatever I experience at the moment or whoever I meet, so I'm going to certainly learn a lesson from each of the acquaintances and each of my experiences. So in life, I take every moment, everything that I learned from my childhood, it's a foundation to what I have been doing. So maybe regarding building my character or improving my expertise. So every situation I take it as an opportunity. So today I'm going to talk about a few foundations that I had early in my childhood and along the way, which helped me to become a better marketer. So without knowing that these skills will be helpful to me in the future, I have been learning these along the way, and I'm sure each one of you will have might have got some experiences, and when you uh, really sit and think, you can understand how each experience that you have faced before has been helping you now and may help you in the future. To start with, as a 10-year-old, I used to help my dad at his business. Helping means little things. So I used to take lunch for him during the afternoon, and then I used to sit with him for some time until the evening. And during that time, I used to watch him how he does the business, and he used to get a lot of customers, and I used to help fold the clothes or do whatever things are there. And in parallel, I'm also observing him as a child. We learn more from the surroundings around us. So I have been watching him, observing him, how he is dealing with the people, how he is creating a friendly environment, and then taking that relation further to a strong relation beyond business. So I know many friends of his who started as customers, and then they they would go nowhere except to my dad for to buy anything that they have in need. So I learned from him how fostering relations and it can how it can drive loyalty as well. So all the customers that he had initially were his friends later and were his loyal customers, and they were helping him out in the personal terms as well, and also he was helping them out. So that's how the relation strengthened, and that's how it helped in the business as well. So if I can relate to how it has been helping me in the marketing cloud is all about bringing more customers, engaging them, retaining them, making them friends, making more engaged, and also making them come back and buy, and so on. So all these things that I learned in the earlier years, I can relate, and how they play an important role in the marketing as well. And my next experience was I was tutoring my juniors during my bachelor's in a computer institute, and I was teaching them various languages: C, data structures, C++, Java, and so on. So at that place, along with improving my technical expertise, my strengthening, when I was teaching something, I was researching further, and I was trying to do my best. So I was learning much more. And at the same time, as I was observing the things at that place, at that institute, I understood how a person, a student, can be engaged and how they can be retained when they are done with one specific course. They can be suggested for the next course. Let's say they have done the C, and then they can be suggested on the data structures and the C++, and then maybe more in-depth advanced courses. So I learned about the importance of upselling, engaging the students, and also retaining them. As now we relate that in the marketing. So in the marketing, if one customer purchases a product, so we try to send them recommendations of the other related products that they might be interested, and that encourage them to buy more products. And also it's very important in marketing to keep the customers engaged, and also retain the customers. If the customers has made the purchase and they're done with a deal, it's also important that we have the customer relation, and we keep sending them occasional information, emails or some coupons, to make them, to keep them engaged and retain them. And as I started my first job, I worked as a Java developer, and further, after a few months, I moved on to be the configuration and release manager. So at that time, as a configuration and release manager, I would communicate with multiple development teams and coordinate with them on the releases and all their source code, and building a repository for their source code, branching, and other strategies. I had to communicate with different teams, the managers, and make sure we're sticking to the deadlines, and we are managing the expectations. So at that time, I learned the communication skills, the industry knowledge, and how to manage the expectations. And if anything goes wrong, how to communicate it well, and the creative thinking. Those were the skills that I learned, non-technical skills I learned at that job. And then the technical skills which I learned and which have helped me further while working on the marketing cloud, or the shell and Perl scripting. Though in the marketing cloud, we do not have the shell and Perl scripting, we have AMP script, which is more similar. So this is like when I worked on the shell or Perl scripting, I had the concepts how it worked, and the underlying mechanism. So it helped me to easily learn the AMP script, and also my coding experience before helped me to develop something with the APIs in the marketing cloud. And I learned some concepts of configuration and administration. So when I started as a marketing cloud administrator, I can relate everything: how a user is set up, how they are configured, and how the permissions have to be set up, and how the flows in Salesforce, it was flows and other processes, and in the marketing cloud, how do we set up the integrations and all the other things. And also, these are the things that have been really helped me to understand Marketing Cloud very easily. When I started learning Marketing Cloud, it helped me learn very easily. I can relate the things which I have done on another tool. So these are like a strong foundation for me when I ventured into the Marketing Cloud. So I was working as a configuration and release manager for around like 10 plus years. And then I was helping a team on the Jira integration. I also configured Jira for the team. So I have some knowledge, administration knowledge on Jira. So I was helping the Center of Excellence team when they were exploring Salesforce, and I helped them integrate Jira with the Salesforce. That's how I came to know about Salesforce. So and then I explored it further and I learned a few things, and then eventually I got an opportunity to work as a Salesforce administrator. And further I learned different clouds, the Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Experience Cloud, CPQ, and so on. So I was working as the Salesforce administrator come developer. So life was going all okay. And then one day, the same way, I happened to know about the Marketing Cloud. So there was no resource available to work on the Marketing Cloud project. They are trying to fill in. So they thought I could fill in that position. I can learn Marketing Cloud. I have the team to support, and then that's how I got to learn Marketing Cloud. So whatever I learned previously have helped me to understand, to relate how things happen in the Marketing Cloud, and to helped me to understand easily Marketing Cloud. So as I tell my story, so I also want to stress the importance of Marketing Cloud, of how anybody can learn Marketing Cloud. So unlike any other coding tool, you don't need to be too technical to learn Marketing Cloud. But it's technical, but it's not like you need to code and you need to understand the frameworks, the integrations, and so on. But Marketing Cloud can be anyone, can be any for anybody. So it can be for the freshers or for somebody transitioning from the other careers to Salesforce, or the Salesforce Marketing Cloud. In Salesforce, I when I started learning, I have taken inspiration from many people who have switched their careers from being a teacher to a nurse, from a nurse to a Salesforce administrator, or from a musician to Salesforce. So I have seen many stories and took them as an inspiration when I started learning Salesforce. The same way, if somebody wants to transition to Marketing Cloud, the career that they are in pursuing currently, it doesn't matter. They can learn, they can start from any place where they are. It can be a fresher or a teacher, a nurse, or anyone who has some technical aspiration, who has some zeal, and who can put in the hard work. So anybody can start learning Marketing Cloud. It's not too intimidating. You don't need to know the development aspects if you don't want to be a developer. But there are other opportunities that you can still pursue in the Marketing Cloud, which I'm going to discuss in the next few minutes. So as I told, anybody starting their career can pursue Marketing Cloud. So I know some programs and some events that happen at the colleges also to introduce Salesforce and Marketing Cloud to the college students. And they are introduced to the trailhead, and they can learn some concepts in the Marketing Cloud, and they can further explore depending on that. And people can also transition from other technologies. It can be Java development or any other technologies. Marketing Cloud is easy to learn. And I have seen people transitioning from digital marketing, reaching out to me for some guidance during the transition. So the digital marketing, if it lays as a foundation to know the concepts, and that can be applicable in the Marketing Cloud. And also, if somebody has worked in other email tools like the HubSpot or the MailChimp or any other relatable tools, learning Marketing Cloud and the email concepts especially would be very easy. And if anybody wants to transition from Salesforce, maybe the admin developer or BA, they can learn Marketing Cloud and they can transition to full-time role in the Marketing Cloud. So if somebody is trying to explore Marketing Cloud, and if they're already experienced with any other email tools, I would recommend them to start exploring the concepts of the email. So email specialist is the role that is pretty much suitable. And also there's one certification, email specialist certification, which has why I talk about certification here is, if you go and look at the certification exam guide, you will see all the concepts that are related to the email specialist. So email specialist should be an expert in all those specific areas. So that's a great place to start with, and you can take some individual, each individual section, each individual topic from that section and start learning that. So that will be a structured learning if you want to explore further. So anybody who has a foundation in the email, any email sending tool, so the email specialist would be a great opportunity. So you can explore. If you're transitioning from Salesforce or any other starting your career or anything, you can start out with administration. So when you are already working on Salesforce, then you would know, regardless of being a developer or an any other further roles, advanced roles, but you would start with the concepts of the administration. So that concepts would be helpful, can be relatable in how things work in the marketing cloud. So administration can be a good place to start. So you can start exploring the marketing cloud administrator certification and all the sections underneath and all the areas that come underneath, and explore, be proficient with all the topics that are included in there. So you can start as a marketing cloud administrator, and then further build the skills for the development. So when someone is creating the emails, it's also important that the person knows the AMP script and SSJS at least a minimal level. So not may not be an in-depth SSJS or the API integrations, but a minimum knowledge of AMP script and SSJS would be required. So when you're done with administrator, I would recommend explore further the development of the concepts, the AMP script and the SSJS to start with. So that can be helpful. And also, when you have the knowledge of working in Salesforce, you would understand how things integrate. Now, let's say how data flows from Experience Cloud to the Service Cloud or to the Sales Cloud, how the records are integrated, and how we can unify the record. And also, when you're integrating with an external system, how the files flow into the Salesforce. So that understanding will be helpful in understanding the integration concepts of the marketing cloud. So in the marketing cloud, if we were to bring data from an external source, then we need to know how data can be integrated through the SFTP or through the APIs or through integration with the Salesforce via MC Connect. So these concepts will be helpful. So the technical skills required for a marketer, all the technical aspects of the marketing cloud, the capabilities of the marketing cloud. So starting with email studio, which is very important, and also the other important things to start with are the automation studio and the journey builder. And if you are especially working on the emails, content builder, how the assets are organized, how to create content blocks, and all this information is very important. And depending on how mature the client is and how what other studios the client is using, you may need to know the mobile studio, the advertising studio, or the other studios that are in place. So a great place to start is as a email specialist or the administrator. So once you understand the concepts, you can further explore automation studio and journey builder, and then learn other studios as time permits. So you can start learning the other studios, which will be helpful to you further. If not, it is being used in the current role, it can be used at a later point of time. So I always believe in learning ahead of time. So when the discussion comes with the client, so you are already aware, so you can talk about it. So whenever time permits, try to learn something new which you don't know. So that's what I believe in. And also important to know about the SSJS, the APIs, AMP and SQL. So the SQL knowledge is also important to write queries in the automation studio. So all this information, all this knowledge also is basic, I would say. And understanding of how other tools work. If you are helping a client who has multiple marketing tools, so it will be beneficial. It's not a must, but it will be beneficial to have an understanding of what other tools does. Now, let's say a client is migrating from Mailchimp or HubSpot to Marketing Cloud. So it is required to have a basic understanding of what that tool does, and also how things work there, and how to migrate the things from Marketing Cloud. So this can be as need basis, but it's good to have a understanding of what other tools does, and you can talk to it. If somebody has a question about what tool is the best for their current scenario, then you can right away answer. Where can Marketing Cloud help, and where can the other tool help? So I would recommend at least a good understanding of other tools that exist at least. And coming to the non-technical skills, as a marketer, you would be interacting with multiple teams. So if you're creating a email, so you have to coordinate with the campaign manager or the content creators, the legal, and you have to work with different teams for the approvals. So communication skills are very important, and also creativity. So when you're designing the emails, so the creativity is very important. And as you are communicating with the client and multiple teams, so many stakeholders that are involved, so you have to communicate with all of them. So communication skills are very important. That includes storytelling and public speaking. And when you're creating the content, the content strategy, the content operations and management, these are something which are also critical. And roadmap development, when you're working with the clients, it's very helpful to be able to suggest them what can be a best fit for them, and in the near future, if they want to be a mature org, what implementations that they can have. And customer journey development. So when you're trying to create customers, it's very important to understand what are the various phases that a customer goes through. Let's say a student comes to an college, and a student applies for a specific course. So if we want to create the journey, and we want to create the emails in the Marketing Cloud, we need to have a basic understanding of what are the different phases the student goes through, or let's say the customer who signs up on the website. So it's important to understand for that specific client, for that specific company, what are the different phases a customer goes through, and what are the different levels that they have. So it's on sometimes it depends on the client basis, and sometimes it will be generic. So it's important to understand about that as well. And industry knowledge is important. And I want to stress more on the empathy. So empathy, I would say this is the most important skill a marketer should have, because as a marketer, you would be planning the communications, you would be working on communications with the different clients through emails or SMS or through socials. So whatever that you have the content in there, you have to make sure that the communication, the content is empathetic. You are being sensible to the current situation, and you are being empathetic in the emails, the whatever content that goes in there. It's very important. And also diversity. So now you have to make sure that all the content that is included in there is not discriminating anybody, and it is helpful for everyone. Manage expectations is another important skill, which is important. And so, if someone is starting with the Marketing Cloud, these are the various resources that are available in the community. So, I know few of you are already experts, or already um, in the Marketing Cloud journey, and you may have known many of these. But I want to include as many as I can. So, if there could be something which is new, so Trailhead is the best place. So whoever is starting with the Marketing Cloud, I would recommend them to start with the Trailhead. The reason being, the content in the Trailhead is very easy to understand with real examples and use cases. So it's very easy to relate and understand from what is there in the Trailhead, and it is organized. So I would start with the Trailhead, look at the modules, and also there are several modules on Marketing Cloud. So make sure that you are starting with the basic modules. Don't go to the advanced modules at the beginning itself. So there are few basic modules which you can start to learn about the marketing cloud. So I have listed a few of them, but there are many which you can start with, and then other modules are also there which you can follow along to improve your expertise to learn more advanced topics. And the Trailhead Academy, if you can afford, these are all paid courses and expensive as well. So if you have the budget, then these are the courses that are offered. Maybe some new courses are also added, but this is some place where you can explore. So you can find some courses organized by the Salesforce itself. So they will also provide the hands-on org, which will be available for a month or so after the course. So you can take the course and you can also get hands-on org, and you can follow along the exercises in there. And if you are working for a partner company, so you will automatically have access to the partner learning camp. So wherein you can find multiple number of courses related to the marketing cloud and many other Salesforce related courses. You can explore all the courses that are available. For the marketing cloud, there is marketing cloud administrator and some certification related courses, and also the marketing cloud personalization, the intelligence marketing cloud intelligence, and Podot and data cloud, and many other courses are available in there. If you do not have access, and if you are sure that you're working for a partner company, you can work with your manager to get access. And Salesforce frequently conducts many events, some webinars on the marketing cloud introduction and various studios. So you can search on the success events, and these events are very great place to understand what each studio does, or these are like the beginner sessions which will be very helpful. These are informational, and these can be helpful to start your understanding on the marketing cloud. And I want to stress as much importance on these resources as well, because this is the wealth of information, a ton of information provided by volunteers like Matt, Lakshmi, and myself, and many other user group leaders. So this is all voluntary, and no one is getting paid for this, and there is a lot of effort that's been put into this, and these are really worth checking out. So as you have come to know about this user group, and you are attending this session today, I'm sure that you are aware of the Trailblazer community groups, and you can find some events. You can join the group and get notified. So there are a couple of groups that I wanted to highlight here. Um, the Phoenix user group, so which is the one that I lead, the Malaysia user group, and the virtual user group, SFMC. This is the user group, and Singapore marketers group. So this one, this year they have conducted a large bootcamp on marketing cloud and data cloud as well. So for somebody who is starting with marketing cloud, this is a great place. And these are the groups that I have seen which are being very active. So they have a lot of content on the YouTube channels as well. So you can check out the content, and the only limit is your time and your passion. So we have a wealth of information from the time when I started learning marketing cloud. When I compare to this time, so there is a lot of information that is available. If one wants to scale up, one wants to learn, there are multiple places that they can check and learn. And How to SFMC is also a group where you can join and get expert answers, and also some challenges. You can participate in those challenges to write some scripts. And SFMC Trailblazers is the YouTube channel for the Malaysia user group, and the MC Learning Camp is the YouTube channel for the Phoenix user group. And as I lead that user group, I know what all videos are there, so I listed all the videos are in there. So there are multiple playlists available for the boot camps that were conducted earlier: the marketing cloud administrator boot camp, the developer consultant and the email specialist, and also the SSJS boot camp, the AMP script boot camp, the MC personalization boot camp. So many other boot camps, around like 130 videos are available in there. So you can explore and learn Marketing Cloud. And coming to the events that happen in the Marketing Cloud space outside of the Salesforce conducted events. So Salesforce conducts connections every year. So if you're not in US and you cannot attend, so we have other events happening. MC Square is an event that happens in India at different cities. So that's a great opportunity to learn Marketing Cloud concepts and also to interact with the experts and the peers in the Marketing Cloud space. Dreaming is a virtual event that happens yearly. So all the sessions are recorded and uploaded as well. You can find the YouTube channel for that. And London's Calling is also another great conference. So that includes some content for the marketers as well. So that those are great places, along with SFMC DG. That's a place where I started learning Marketing Cloud, and it has all the great content. So the YouTube channel as well. I'm sure you are aware of that. So these are all the places for someone who wants to strengthen their technical expertise. And apart from the technical expertise, let's say you are well versed with many of the concepts. So how to take it further, how to make yourself visible, or how to improve your expertise, how to strengthen that. These are some of the tips that I have put together. And for anything, I strongly believe in constant learning. So even if it is related to you or not, uh, the information that you have learned along the way will be helpful maybe years later in understanding something else. So it may be relatable and it can help you to understand easily. So I strongly believe in constant learning. So in a day, if you get some time, at least 10 minutes, go through a blog somebody has written. You can check the blog. You can keep checking the LinkedIn posts wherein people may be putting in some content or sharing their blogs or some videos. You can go through that. Dedicate at least 15 minutes a day to check the knowledge shared in the community. So you can go through that and add that information to your skill set. And also personal branding. So in order to make yourself visible, put yourself out there. So create your personal branding. It can be on the LinkedIn, Twitter, and other social handles, and also on the Salesforce chatter group. So we do have some groups available. So you can be part of those groups and try to help the other people by answering the questions or helping with some information, and stay active in the community that way, and also keep attending the user group meetings. So there is a wealth of information being shared, and try to attend all the meetings, whatever meeting that you can attend. And also make sure that you are sharing your expertise. So by sharing what you know will be registered in your mind. So you're also showing to the world that you know something. That way you are creating your branding. You're strengthening your brand. You're creating more visibility for yourself, and also you're helping out more people. So whenever possible, you can make some videos. If not, you're not a video person, you can write some blogs. If not, you cannot dedicate that much of a time to come up with a complete thorough blog. You can write some small posts. So for example, on LinkedIn, I keep seeing people posting about a new release. That can be a good way to post about a new release coming up, and what features you like, and what features you think that would be helpful if they are introduced in the future. Or you can also talk about some work from some task that you have done and how you have done. That can be as simple as 5 steps or so. So you can share whatever you know through different ways. And if you are more enthusiastic, you can speak at different community group meetings as well. And the other thing is, important way is to answer the questions. You're not only sharing your experience, but also while you answer the questions, you make sure that your answer is correct. And also you would, depending on what the question is, you would go and explore as well. You will try to learn more in depth. So I would strongly encourage to answer the questions. Even if you're not able to answer, looking at the questions that others have posted, you will know what could be an answer. So you will learn something by the questions and the answers given. So these are the different ways using which you can strengthen your profile along with the technical expertise. So technical expertise is something important, and also alongside these are all the different things that you can spread yourself up and enhance your knowledge in the marketing cloud. So that is all from my end. So I would open the floor for questions.
That was wonderful, Jyotsna. Unknowingly, I'm practicing many of them, but you highlighted everything, what we do, what we practice. And Matt has been caught up on a call, so he just told a big thank you to you. Um, yeah, anybody has any questions? One question from Rahul. He's asking, how can non-technical professional build confidence in using AMP script and SSJS in SFMC? Despite going through videos, Trailhead, and other resources, I'm not gaining the confidence I need. That's what
That's
his
a
question.
good question, Rahul. And also, you brought up a good point. So, AmScript is easy to learn. So, we may be intimidated for somebody who is starting with coding. They may feel intimidated that AmScript is something, again, a development language, and it needs to be, it can take a lot to learn it. But trust me, AmScript is very easy to learn. So, uh, I understand that you have been going through the videos and other trailhead sources. I would recommend you to follow the AmScript Bootcamp, as I have provided resources. The MC Learning Camp YouTube channel has a thorough AmScript Bootcamp, a 12-day session, I believe. So there are some detailed, in-depth demos as well. So in that session, we also highlighted the MC snippets. So MC snippets is a resource created by Patho, if I say that name correctly. So he created the MC snippets feature, so anybody can easily access the features in the marketing cloud without the need to log into the marketing cloud. Let's say I do not have access to the marketing cloud, but I can still do some hands-on on the AMP script, and I think SSJS and SQL also will be soon included in there. But you can start exploring the MC snippets, and we have a detailed session on MC snippets as well on the MC Learning Camp channel, implementation series, one of the implementation series session. You can search by the MC snippets and Patho, PATO, so you will see that session where he have taken us through the details of how to use that tool and how it works and how one can benefit from that. So I strongly recommend you explore that tool. And also I have another one. I wish I could have included that in the slide as well. So Sabuhi has done a challenge that's on AmScript challenge 30 days. So you can subscribe to that challenge, and every day you will get some task to do on the AmScript. So that will be starting from the basic, and then you can build your knowledge on the AmScript by the 30th day. So that is also something which I would recommend to follow. So you can search on AmScript 30-day challenge or something like that. It is by Sabuhi. Um, I will put his name. So that is easy to Google as well. So those are the other ways. I understand that without hands-on, it's a bit difficult, but these are all the workarounds that could still help you. And if I'm looking at the other questions, Lakshmi.
Actually, Matt has left so many comments so that we can engage the audience and you. Yeah, he was just trying to ask anybody in the group that who is your best or who is your favorite mentor and why?
This is for everybody in the group.
Yeah, everybody in the group.
Please
If
post
they
them in
want
the
to.
chat.
Yeah. If I have to answer it, I have so many in the marketing cloud space, especially Matt and you, everybody I can say. I just wanted to add one more thing to Rahul's question. If they have something in their mind, just reach out to the experts and ask them how they can, resolve or find a solution. It's not about making a code or writing a script, but how can we analyze the situation, or how can we, resolve the process. So it's good to talk to people, because you will get their experience at free of cost.
Yeah, Lakshmi is a great example of that. So, the thing is, reach out. We often hesitate to reach out to people, thinking, what would they think? Would they really help or not? One lesson that I learned is there is no harm in just reaching out and asking. If they respond positively, that's fine. That would be helpful to us. And if they're not, it doesn't harm. We're not going to lose anything. So don't hesitate to reach out for any help. And it can be mentoring, or it can be on the technical aspects as well. And if you have any questions on the technical side, I would say Salesforce Chatter. There's a group for the Marketing Cloud and the MCAE as well, the product. So you can post your questions there, and there are many experts who are looking at the questions and trying to answer. So you would definitely get your answer in that.
Yeah, and I just would like to extend the lines you said. If somebody is not responding, just don't judge them that they are not, replying. Just reach out to somebody else. It's very hard for them to get the time to answer you, because I know how Jyothsna is managing so many things, and yeah, literally, I just wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart, Jyothsna, because getting this time and preparing these slides and putting everything together, it's not an easy task. I know, but yeah, thank you so much for that.
My pleasure. Happy to help.
Yeah,
So on that, yeah, you made a great point, Lakshmi. So people are busy. So when you're reaching out to the expert, it's not necessary that they are looking at the LinkedIn messages or the whatever emails that you are sending out. So I have seen this. Some people are not used to look at LinkedIn at all. So I when I say I'm active on the LinkedIn, I'm active, but I make sure that I check at least once in a month, or at least once in a month. But I try to be active and check weekly or daily, depending on my work. So I'll make sure to check, but the frequency is something which I'm not sure of. So when somebody is not responding, don't be judgmental.
yeah,
So you can try different ways.
yeah. And just keep asking them. Just remind them that you wanted to know this, or just following up them is not a cost, right? So just put yourself, invest your time to improve yourself. That's what I can say. We have one more question from Femina, right? They're asking to share some resources or links for Marketing Cloud certification.
So
Trial piecing together.
regarding Yeah, regarding the certifications, I included the playlist by the MC Learning Camp. MC Learning Camp, you can search in the YouTube using @MC Learning Camp. So if you check in the playlist, there are multiple boot camps in there that are more specific to each certification. There is certification for there is boot camp for the administrator and the email specialist, the developer, and the consultant as well. So for the developer, if you want to dive deeper into the development concepts, there are AMScript and SSJS bootcamps as well. So you can search there.
Hmm. Yeah, if you just search the bootcamp for email specialist or any MC admin, then definitely they will be the first ones in the YouTube. So yeah, there is one more question from Rahul asking, are there any in-person events dedicated to SFMC scheduled in India in 2024? Don't say yes, Jyotsna. Yeah.
In-person events, yes. There will be. So as I told about the MC Square, so MC Square is happening every 6 months. So it's happening at different cities every time. So the first event was in Jaipur, next in Pune, and next in was in Hyderabad last October. So in March, it's going to be, I don't want to tell the location yet because we haven't announced. So it's going to be in a different city, and we will have one more towards the last quarter. So there'll be two MC Square events in India. And there are events happening, other events which include the marketing cloud content as well. Let's say the India Dreaming or the Wit Dreaming or the Architect Summit. They're definitely including some marketing cloud topics as well. So those also a great place to go and learn marketing cloud and get to know the experts.
Udaya is saying community mates will make us learn new things and encourage us to keep learning and skill up. JB.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was really good session. I need to make my own transferable skills shirts.
Yeah, we'll be waiting to listen to that.
Yeah, I don't know how many slides I will take, but yeah, I just wanted to speak out. Only the thing I want to suggest whoever wants to come into marketing cloud is just ask the question. That's it.
I see one more question. How to get a job in SFMC after certification? As a fresher, as many companies in India ask for 2 years of experience. I know this is also a challenge faced in the Salesforce as well. So people who learn Salesforce in the beginning, it will be hard to find a break. So in the Salesforce, what I was suggesting is create your own projects. Try to come up with a real life scenario that you have, and then implement that in the Salesforce org, because we will get hands-on our developer edition for free when we are trying to learn Salesforce, and we can create our own projects and so on. But in the marketing cloud, it's even hard to get a hands-on org. And so in that case, getting experience or creating more uh, visibility to the interviewers is something challenging. But what I would suggest is try to answer the question, so that creates your visibility. So without experience, you have to reach out to the interviewer, you have to make an impression with the interviewer that you have the skill set that is required. And also I would say the demand for the marketing cloud, if the opportunity opens up, I have seen many friends and peers, they have been uh, taking in the people resources from other tools as well. Let's say they have experience in the digital marketing or they have experience in MailChimp. So they're not hesitating to take in the resources from other areas and bring into the marketing cloud and train them on the marketing cloud. So it's very important to be persistent, to keep up the hard work and keep learning, and create along the way, create more visibility, try to answer or try to create some blog posts. So when an interviewer is trying to research your background, your profile, so they will know that even if you do not have real experience, they will understand that you have knowledge of how things happen, of different features and the advanced concepts in marketing cloud. So that will be a great add-on. So you don't get discouraged, but continue to spread your expertise and make it more visible. And I have seen some opportunities opening up. So I do not go and search on any of the job uh, websites. So people reach out to me on LinkedIn. So that's how I have been consulting for the last 3 years or 4 years. I never went to a job board to check for the jobs. People reach out to me. So it's also important for you to be more visible, to make it visible that you are knowledgeable, you know something. And also try to follow people in the marketing cloud space. So marketing champions, you can be part of the marketing cloud related user groups that are available on LinkedIn, and also follow some experts. If someone is a marketing champion, you will get a list of all marketing champions published, so you can search on the Google as well and try to follow all of them. So when you follow them, you will get notified of all the posts that they make. So they may be sharing some information that you can learn. Also, they may be sharing about a new job opportunity that has opened up. So that's a great place. I have seen other people post about job opportunities in India as well. So there are some opportunities still available. So I can share that. in the chat, you can find out this company. And I know that there are few positions available for marketing cloud experts in there that starts with 2 years experience, and they're also okay because the resources are hard to find. They're also ready to start to take people who are freshers, but at least it would be good to have some basic understanding of marketing cloud. So if you have some certifications, you're already aware of all the marketing cloud concepts, then you would be the person to be picked up. Any other questions?
Any more questions? Yes, please. Rahul has one more question.
Is it to learn other Salesforce clouds to establish a career in SFMC? In India, I have met many people who claim there are limited opportunities for SFMC. You're right. There are limited opportunities because not every client uses Marketing Cloud. So I have seen many organizations who are using Salesforce for their CRM and along with other cloud service experience and other clouds included. But they do not use Marketing Cloud, but instead they use other marketing tool to send out the emails. Some reasons could be that Marketing Cloud is expensive, but people understand the value of the marketing cloud, so that I see clients that are trying to migrate from other tool to marketing cloud. So the demand is there, and also it's few opportunities are opening up. But once you are an expert, there is a lot of demand, and comparing the pay scale and everything, marketing cloud demand for marketing cloud resources is high, and also the pay scale is high for marketing cloud experts. In order to start a career in SFMC, you don't need to start with the Salesforce concepts. So as I mentioned previously, if you have knowledge of any other email tools or any other marketing strategies, marketing operations, then you can explore your career in SFMC. It's not necessary, but an understanding will help you along the way. Let's say I am working on a project which has the integration with the Salesforce. Marketing cloud is integrated with the Salesforce. Then it's very important for me to understand how objects work in the Salesforce, how fields are organized, and how that data comes to the marketing cloud. And so I'm working on a current implementation where everything is integrated in the with the sales cloud, and the journeys are kicked off, the records are coming in from the Salesforce. So I have to have an in-depth experience, in-depth knowledge of how Salesforce, how to create records in Salesforce, or how to create fields and objects, and how to run the APIs from the Salesforce. So at that level, it's important. But to start with, it's not required. So you can start and then later learn depending on the requirement at the client project. Definitely. So any other questions you can post on the LinkedIn as well. I can check and answer later.
I think that's it, Jyothsna. Thank you so much once again. This is the best way to end this year. Okay. So we will be releasing the this will be the last event
You are
this year. That's why. Sorry.
oh that's great. So I hope you have everyone has something to learn, if not
No,
much, but
absolutely.
at least a little bit of thing to
Yeah,
learn from this.
I just don't want to cut your conversation, but still I could say I have learned how to read what I know within the space of marketing cloud. Like whatever you said makes more sense. When we connect the dots, it makes better sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also I mentor various people, various women. So what I understood is when they started learning Salesforce, um, it was hard to relate some of the things. It's not as difficult as the other technologies, but Salesforce is easy. And then when I started learning its Marketing Cloud, I heard the feedback that it's very easy to understand, because with the Marketing Cloud we can relate it to our daily experience, day to day experiences. So when we make a purchase on Amazon or any other website, so we get some emails there, we can relate to how things happen in the Marketing Cloud. So these things, some day to day life experiences that we have, then those are easily relatable in the Marketing Cloud space. Let's say the Marketing Cloud personalization, we learn about all the recommendations, the products, the homepage customization and all. So when we log in and explore a website and then we try to learn personalization, this is all relatable. So this is something easy to understand, easy to learn as well. So for somebody who is starting to learn, no need for hesitation. So it's easy to relate and understand easily.
Yeah, I just would like to add one more thing. Even though if you are not working or if you are not a technical person, just hesitate, because we have the best worst examples. So yeah, it's just you who start, who start practicing listening, understanding, and then doing the things in a sequential manner. And it's good to dream about a job, but it's not mandatory that it's just dreaming about the job. You need to do something so that you can achieve your dream. So yeah, irrespective of having no demo or for Marketing Cloud, I would suggest everybody to start loving Marketing Cloud, because there is more space and less supply of resources. I think that makes more sense to so many people who are looking for a job in the Marketing Cloud space.
Awesome.
Yeah, with that, I would like to thank you once again, Jyothsna, for being so awesome and mentoring more women. I'm not, gender biased, but still, I just want to give you one more thanks for supporting so of us. So yeah, that's it. Have a good evening or have your lunch. Let's wind up.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, and thanks everyone for listening in today. And I hope this is something which is helpful to you. And any other questions, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jyotsna. Thank you, one and all. See ya.